Today is an important day. It's not just a Monday, it is World Obesity Day. So on the program, we will try and understand today what is this obesity epidemic? Why is obesity sort of said to be an epidemic? And importantly, what is obese? We spoke about this in passing while we were talking to a previous guest the other day. We were speaking with a doctor on trying to understand about weight loss. And then Dr. Amrish Mittal explained beautifully to all our viewers on how to tell whether you are obese or not. The problem in India is people who are obese don't think they're obese, and people who are not obsess over it. So first, listen in to the technical definition with Dr. Amrish Mittal on what exactly is obesity. All right, I'm told there is some glitch and we don't have that bite just yet. But while we dig up that uncut from Dr. Amrish, let me get across also to giving you some tips. And we have two people joining us on the program. We've got Dr. Shikha Sharma. She's a very well-known nutritionist in the country, and she will obviously be able to give us some tips on what to do. And we also have with us Karina in the studio. Karina is someone who is helping people in the weight loss journey. Good morning. Hi. Hello.
Good morning.
So we'll get to Karina also, and she'll tell us in some bits, and she'll get on the mat. She's come here all fit to sort of get us excited and get us motivated this Monday morning to get to do some workout. But first to you, Dr. Shikha, when we talk about weight loss, we all know now, and for those people who've been still living under a rock, that about 80% of your weight loss journey does not start in a gym, it starts in the kitchen. It starts on your dining table. It starts with what you eat, or rather what you don't eat. So for anybody watching right now who wants to shed those extra kilos, who wants to get fit, who wants to eat right, eat clean, and eat sort of just according to proportion of their own body, what is the first step? Give me something to get started. I know, and I meet people who are fat who say, or who are, who are not very fit, perhaps, who say that I know, but hota nahi hai. Like, what is your first answer to those jo kehte hain hota nahi hai?
So my first answer to those people who say ki hota nahi hai would be that in a way they are not wrong but not right either. Why I would say they are not wrong is because around them the whole environment is becoming obesogenic. You go anywhere, you'll find foods which are pushing people towards obesity. If you go, like if you're traveling, there are less chances of you finding healthy food, but more unhealthy. In offices also today, if we see, pizzas are the norm. Like whenever something happens, office parties are all about pizza parties. And the businesses of most of these packaged food is skyrocketing. So yes, I would say that the environmental influences are so strong that a lot of people are getting pushed into obesity versus say 50 or 60 years back if you see old videos. But I would say it's not entirely correct also, because at least in your home you can change the environment. So the first thing I would say today is go to your refrigerator and see what is in your refrigerator. Is your first shelf full of cheese and butter and processed things? You need to change that. The second shelf, what does it have? Does it have dairy and chocolates? You need to change that. Third shelf, what is it? Is it leftover food from last night? You need to change that. And finally, the last two shelves, is it full of vegetables and fruits? If it is not, if it is still having packets of processed food, then your refrigerator is telling your health story. I can look into anybody's refrigerator and without looking at the family tell you how healthy the family is.
That's a good way. That's a good way. A very visual representation that will happen at home, and what you see is what you will eat. But the other question, Dr. Shikha, that often comes is people think that eating less will make them lose weight. This is false. This is fake. Can you demystify this for our viewers and tell them what does eating right mean? It surely does not mean eating less.
I am so glad you picked this up and you put it up right up front. This is the truth that you cannot be eating less. The whole industry. Now, if I give you some data in America, before this whole junk food industry came, not even junk food, before the weight loss industry came, Americans were only 25% obese. Today, they are almost touching 60% obesity thanks to the weight loss industry. Now, what has the weight loss industry done? Weight loss industry has perpetuated the myth that you have to eat less. Now, when you eat less, an example is zero calorie soda or zero calorie, fizzy drinks. People drink zero calorie thinking that, okay, I'm drinking this zero calorie, so I'm not getting calories. I can have couple of them, two, three, or whatever. But the chemicals in that zero calorie are destroying your cellular intelligence. In our body there is intelligence which knows how to control weight. It is not simply you eat a lot of food you put on weight, and you eat less food you lose weight. Because in our families we know that there are a lot of slim people who eat a lot, they don't put on weight. And there are a lot of people who are overweight and they're not eating as much as we think. So it's not like a box. Our bodies are not boxes. So our bodies have cellular intelligence, which in a very simple way says that our bodies, our cells can decide how much to keep and how much to throw out. But we disrupt this cellular
How
intelligence
fascinating.
by one, having foods which have artificial messengers or artificial codes. Now, all of that, if you look at any food which is ready to eat or which is coming in a packet, is it would have at least 5 to 6 things, chemicals, which actually your body can't handle. It disrupts the internal messaging system, right? The second thing is the timing of a food. So our body has a circadian rhythm. So you can link it to a machine where at the right time, if you give it fuel, it will use that fuel for energy. But if at the wrong time, when the body is going off to sleep now, which is post sunset, you are giving it a lot of fuel, what will it do? It will just store it up, because at that time, it's like, suppose at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. at night, the office gives 10 files to its team and says, now finish it at night. Obviously, it won't get done. It'll only get done when the person is active and about. So don't give your body work to do when it's about to sleep or rest. And
You
that's
know,
what we are doing.
doctor after doctor, dietitian, nutritionist, more and more people I speak to, everybody is saying this. And if you don't believe them, and if your favorite superstar is Akshay Kumar, please listen to him. He also says eating after sunset is a major cause for all our worries. And that is the key thing over here. This is really helpful. Dr. Shikha, thanks so much for joining us and giving us these insights.